Welcome back to Bloodborne. I'm
Mimi wanna
pretty scared, and so is Mr. Can't Blink.
Mimi Wanasiku.
Oh, Mimi Siku.
Go run and get it.
What was his dad's tribal name? Do you remember?
No.
Mimi Papa? you, Mimi Papa, Mimi Siku.
I guess I have to look it up because Bradshaw is probably doing something else.
I'd have to look it up. He's just surfing, as
No,
usual.
let me just say, what was Tim Allen's tribal name in Jungle to Jungle?
Jungle to Jungle.
Has anybody ever dictated that question to their Google on their phone, ever? Are you the first person in the world?
His name was Cat Piss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the little translation.
That's the
But
translation. Cat piss. What was
the mom, she's giggling. She's like, he's like, what? What now? It beats cat piss.
I'm looking for it.
I'm looking for it. Whoa, it's you and me. I'm looking for it.
Smells like a pea.
The Venga bus is coming, and these crows are a jumping. Canehurst to Old Yarnum.
Oh,
like
Mimi
that.
Siku called him Baboon,
Baboon. Yeah.
but that's not.
Baboon.
Baboon. Little, that wasn't Paul Dano, was it?
Oh no, Mimi Siku. His name's Cat Piss.
Oh, he called his dad Mimi Siku.
Yeah. Mimi Siku.
Who was it that played that young man?
No, I thought Mimi Siku.
Mimi Siku is the kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he called his dad Baboon. Mimi Siku means cat piss.
Where are you seeing that?
IMDb.
Yeah, IMDb trivia is shit. It doesn't. It's always just did you know Al Pacino also played Scarface? It's yes, that's not trivia. That's just a fact.
So Dr. Patricia Cromwell, the mom, I guess, his name is Mimi Siku. Roughly translated, it means cat piss. And Michael Cromwell says he chose the name cat piss. And then Dr. Patricia Cromwell says he was 6 years old at the time. It's a territorial thing.
Can we
makes
watch
sense.
the movie for better or worse?
Jungle to Jungle? Yeah, dude. I love it.
Jungle, Chungus to Chungus.
Jungle to Jungle, dude.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I fucking say shit sometimes because it just becomes a joke.
It's a meme. But I'll watch it.
Nation.
I love that show. Do you know what I just recently watched with
For
my
better
daughter?
or worse, the Tim Allen movie with what's her name? She had the book and she got really heavy set and then
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. It's the two of them having to lay low in an Amish town, and he's like, "I'm a big old New York star."
Oh, the Out of Towners.
Yeah, no, that's for better or worse. I'm pretty sure is what it's called, or
Oh,
for
better
richer
or
or
worse.
poor.
For richer or poorer.
It
The Out of
starts
Towners
with
is a different movie.
Money, For the Love of Money by the OJs.
I watched The Secret Garden.
Ooh, the live action one with 93.
Yeah, 93.
God, I haven't seen that in quite a while.
That I haven't appreciated it in a while because I only watched it when I was a kid, and I rewatched it with my daughter, and I was like, "This is a beautiful movie, and it has a good story."
Same with The Little Princess. I only ever watched that as a kid.
Alfonso Cuarón's crown
Alfonso
jewel.
Cuarón.
That was a beautiful movie too. It was shot just gorgeous.
Yeah. Is there? Am I?
A lot of green.
In Secret Garden.
No, in Little Princess, it was all green
Yeah.
color palette.
Come back here, you.
You skittering madness.
Is there a scene in the Secret Garden where somebody picks up an apple from a cart or something, and then a spider comes out of the cart or some shit like that? Or...
Ooh, I don't remember. There's a lot of imagery that's putting bulbs of seeds into the ground, so there's
then,
definitely
sprouting up. And...
yeah, there's really a lot of time lapses of flowers blooming too. I'm like, whoa, beautiful.
So I have never, if I have, the only time I ever watched it was when I was very, very young. In Stand By Me, a kid gets hit by a train, correct?
No,
Okay.
they run away from a train.
They jump off a bridge.
Yeah, they're all on the bridge, and the fat kid Jerry O'Connell is like, Gordy. He's like, he can't do it, and Gordy's got to go back for him. And
Gordy's got to go back, y'all. Then there's some movie where it's like two kids have like a treehouse near some train tracks or some shit.
fried green tomatoes.
And
What's his name?
No.
Robin gets hit by a train.
pretty sure that's not it.
Okay.
Where it just his foot gets stuck in the tracks,
Yeah.
and the little girl's like
Nope.
up on a
Yep.
bridge, and she's
Yep.
like, "Yep." And that's what
That's
it
fried
is.
green tomatoes.
That's what that is.
I knew what you were talking about. Don't underestimate me.
I
Wilson.
had to step through it in my mind to be like, well, you might be thinking of something that's similar, but not it.
No, that's a pretty potent part of that movie was the death of forgot his name, Jerry.
O'Connell.
No,
Because
I'm just thinking of Jerry. But what's his name? The guy that played Robin in the Schumacher Batmans.
Chris O'Donnell?
Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, he's the one that gets his foot caught in the tracks.
Jerry O'Donnell.
Because this is a weird story, but I think that movie was like on or being played on the same day or at a funeral that I went to when I was a really little kid. And I remember that scene vividly, and like the kids being up in the treehouse and stuff. And
Yeah, it was a gut-wrenching part of the movie.
Is it
Because he was
wrong?
like he was trying to like play a game, and then his foot got caught when the tracks were changing. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get by a train, guys!" And he's like,
is that what it was?
Oh,
I thought,
shit.
I thought like, well, him and the little girl were just playing or something, and then as they were playing, his foot got stuck.
and she thought initially like he's just playing because he's playing this playing chicken with the train to make the girl laugh, but he actually got stuck and he couldn't get out.
It's a drama, right? Fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, I could say it's a drama. It takes place like as a storytelling where this Kathy Bates goes to this nursing home and brings this old lady some fried green tomatoes, and it makes her remember this story, and then she tells Kathy Bates the story about how growing up was in the hard depression era or something like that. I don't remember the movie that well.
I need to
What
watch
about the
that
soft
again.
depression here?
Because if there's a lot of things that like that I remember or I have very vivid memories, but then it turns out that was just an amalgamation of something else, or my brain kind of just made it up on its own.
I always remember that movie with fucking that nothing except for the part or one of the parts where he tries to kill him is the fucking the movie with little kid Macaulay Culkin and little kid Elijah Wood.
Oh,
Good Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's had his it had Macaulay Culkin's sister in it,
Yeah.
and she actually died too, in a car accident or
Yep.
something like that. So that's kind of
Rip.
crazy.
But
But yeah, The Good Son's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that there is a movie with what I was talking about where like somebody picks up an apple from like an apple cart or a basket or something, and then like a spider comes out of the
I'm sure there is.
basket or the cart or something and like scampers away, and it's not scarier. It's not like it's just like surprising and kind of like oh kind of moment, but it sticks in my mind for some reason.
In The Secret Garden, the one that sticks in my mind is like the very beginning when she lives in India, and like there's an earthquake, and then her whole house or palace starts like caught on fire, and her parents die,
And she has to go live with her.
and she lives with her uncle.
Yeah.
And she finds that her cousin is like bedridden, and he's just like throwing tantrums all the time.
But he's like, isn't it like psychosomatic where there's nothing actually wrong with him? He's just
It's
been
like-
bedridden for so long.
It's
that
like
he,
Munchausen's by proxy, because the Maggie Smith, the caretaker of the little lord, I guess his name, he's basically
lord.
Little
referred
lord.
to, because his dad's always on business trips, like doesn't want anything to do with the kid because the kid caused the mom to die in childbirth. So he basically resents him, so he's gone all the time. So Maggie Smith has to like care for this kid, and he's just like he just wants his dad, so he like has temper tantrums, and he's like, I have a growth on my back, I'm gonna die, and he's just really morbid. And Mary, the girl, is just like, you're such a fucking prick. You're
Stop
not
being such a
dying,
little bitch.
You're not dying.
Get
you
out of
ass.
bed.
And yeah, basically like, come to the secret garden with me, and you'll learn to walk. You little fuck.
Are you making this magic? No, you are.
And then there's a kid named Dickon.
Dickin?
Rickon and Dickon.
His name's Dickon. He rides a white stallion. He's like, what's up, Mary?
Saw Barry.
What's up, man? You want to ride this fucking horse with me? It's a fucking beast.
We used to have a book, like the actual storybook of The Secret Garden when I was younger, and I remember reading that, just being like, "Wow, this is cool."
Yeah, I got the movie. When I was a kid, I was just like, this is an okay movie. I kind of like when they go to the
This
garden.
is an okay movie.
But now I have like appreciation for it. I'm like, oh, I understand this film. I know the symbolism and
Right? There's so much of that. Like when you're a kid, it's like, yeah, I like this for some reason.
and then you watch it as an adult, you're like, that's why I liked it.
Oh, it
There
all
was
makes
this
sense.
hidden symbolism and this fun atmosphere and this cozy, warm feeling to it.
I just remember the book that we had was like a large. It's like the size of the Hyrule Historia over there, where it was like it had the full novel in it, but then it also had some big, really nicely illustrated splash pages of it, of like the door to the garden and all the vines and stuff growing on it. It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is awesome to read.
The music in that movie too, like I remember the music vividly, and now like listening to it as an adult, I'm like, this is a beautiful soundtrack.
I'm gonna watch that.
It's nostalgic. It just has an atmosphere of like cool, like that kind of cold,
Yep.
dank.
Well, because it takes place in a setting where like their manor is in, besides the garden, everything else, it's not barren. It's just very like kind of plain. It's like dewy a lot, and there's
There's
mist.
dewy and mist and
Yeah.
fog.
So
and,
it has that feel to it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, I like
It's not
that.
even color temperature. It's just like almost literal temperature, where it just feels chilly and cool, and,
Feels desolate. Yeah,
but refreshing in the same like.
it makes you want to like watch it by a fire and just be like, this is cozy now, or watch it when it's raining. Like
I can
has
just,
that.
I
Kind
can
of
imagine being in that setting, or being the little boy and being like, this would be a really nice place to recuperate because it's peaceful, it's quiet.
Huge
there's-
ass bed. The kid looked comfy as fuck too, sitting in that big bed.
Huge ass bed.
Huge ass bed.
Hugh Jackman. Oh, I'm Hugh Jackman. I'm here to take you to the secret garden.
Boy, I think you should paper out of here.
Yep. I'm just looking around for any other little items.
There's some bad dudes over here.
There are some bad
There's a bad
dudes.
dude.
Cranko Flugish.
So yeah, if you have Hulu, you can watch it on Hulu. That's where I watched it.
I'm not going to watch it on Hulu because I do not have Hulu, and I don't want to pay for Hulu because I don't want to pay for
Fuck a Hulu.
a service that they jerked me around with how many ads
did
they
they jerk
offered
you?
too many times, where it was like back in the day it was like, well, if you don't pay for it, you'll get a few ads, but if you pay for it, you won't get any ads.
That's right.
And then
They just went to a subscription only.
Well, then it turned to subscription only, and it was like, hey, fuck you, you're still gonna get ads.
And you got to get Prime or something or other.
Yeah, you have to pay like
Premium.
15 or some
Yeah,
shit
premium
to not
Hulu.
get any ads. It's like, okay, I don't. You're making enough revenue from my subscription. You really need to run ads as well? Like, fuck off.
Well, we should head back to the Secret Garden and go get our guy leveled up a bit. Let's just paper on out of here. And we'll be back in the next episode.
I am going to reawaken in the garden.